driving just now, a thought popped into my head. While I was thinking about it, I decided I would tell you guys about it. One of the things my pastor said many months ago was, pray and ask God, Lord, open my eyes and let me see what I can't see. Open my ears and let me hear what I can't hear. And he said, but be careful. If you pray that prayer, God might allow you to see something that you don't like. He might allow you to hear something that you don't like. And I remember he would say, pray this prayer. Ask God, open your eyes. God, let me see what I can't see and let me hear what I can't hear. But because I was afraid of what God would show me, I never prayed that prayer. Up until about 2 months ago. God has not opened my eyes to anything that I thought he was going to open my eyes to. I thought he was going to make me see things about myself that I didn't like, and that's not what happened. What he did is he's shown me just how much he loves every man, woman, and child. He's shown me just how powerful our actions and our deeds are to literally every single person in this world. People that we will never meet in this life are affected literally by things that we say and things that we speak. I believe our thoughts are even powerful enough to affect other people. So let me give an illustration on this. Think of a row of dominoes, 15 or 20 dominoes. Okay. Domino number 1 may never meet domino number 17 in this lifetime. But if you push over that first domino, domino 17 is going to get knocked over eventually. Even though the first domino never makes physical contact with the 17th domino, the first domino doesn't make contact with the third domino or the fourth domino or the fifth domino. It makes contact with the second domino. But because of the actions of the first domino, the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th domino, all of them are affected. So think of you as the first domino. You may not physically, directly impact other people who you may never meet. But when you make a decision, and it's your decision, am I going to obey God and do what he tells me to do? Or am I going to disobey him? You are pushing over that first domino, whether it's obedience or disobedience. Now, after that first domino gets pushed over, the other dominoes are going to get pushed over. Nothing's going to stop them. They're going to keep on getting pushed over because every word and every action has eternal consequences. Every word that you speak and every action that you make changes the world, literally. The moment you make a decision and you knock over that first domino, now you have God on the left side of those row of dominoes, and you have Satan on the right side of the row of dominoes. God is much more powerful than the devil. Understand that. Much more, infinitely more powerful. God is on one side of those dominoes, and he's working in those actions, in those ripple effects, to bring about his will. And what is his will? For every man, woman, and child to be saved. Okay. The devil is on the other side doing the same exact thing. After you make that decision, whether it be obedience or disobedience, after you push that first domino, now your action or your words that you spoke are going and making those effects. And now Satan is on one side, and he's doing everything he can to use those actions to bring about his will, which is every man, woman, and child to go to hell, to spend eternity in the lake of fire, to be separated from Jesus Christ. So choose obedience. If you make a mistake, if you fail, if you choose disobedience, don't think that it's the end of the world. Remember, when Adam and Eve disobeyed God in the Garden of Eden, that wasn't the end of the story. There was a lot of ripple effects that has led into the most unimaginable, tragic reality that humans have to face every day. Tragedies that we have to face every day are byproducts of people that in this lifetime we'll never get to meet because of their actions, because of their disobedience. But because of other people's obedience, God worked through them and was able to bring about salvation. He worked through the Virgin Mary by having Jesus Christ be born from the Virgin Mary. Let me ask you a question. What if 2,000 years ago, society was like it is right now in the United States of America, and people get made fun of for being virgins? What if the Virgin Mary had premarital sex? Because that's what's popular nowadays, have sex before you're married. Jesus would not have been born through Mary. The Father would have chosen someone else. Her one act of disobedience, her one act of sex outside of marriage, would have forfeited her from being able to birth the Messiah. Think about that. It may seem like a small thing, but the impact is much, 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 much bigger than we can ever see. That goes for obeying God, and that goes for disobeying Him. It seemed like a small thing to take a bite of that fruit in the Garden of Eden, thinking that it would make Adam and Eve wise and smart like God. It looked like a small thing, but look what it's done to mankind. Look how ugly people are to each other. So that's just one of the things that He's opened my eyes to in the last 2 months, ever since I prayed that prayer, to open my eyes and let me see what I can't see, and open my ears to let me hear what I can't hear. So I just wanted to share that with everybody, to choose obedience and pray that same prayer, because fear kept me from praying that prayer, and I wish I had prayed it sooner.